Hello everyone, this is a quick update from the Interior Design Coalition of Nebraska, IDCN. This is about the bills that we reviewed from the Nebraska legislature. We're going to let you know all the bills that we are reviewing and how they may affect you in the future. From January 7th through January 21st, the Nebraska legislature had bills introduced, and we had volunteers, and thank you so much to the volunteers for looking at the bills. We reviewed all those bills. 663 in total, actually. And in the end, we ended up having 6 bills that we decided are worth keeping track of because they could have, or can and will have an effect, if they are passed, on the interior design profession. So, real quick, first one is LB 22. Provide immunity from liability for engineers and architects for emergency. So what this bill states is that, say there's a natural disaster and engineers and architects are called upon to help the public, maybe something like build a structure for emergency purposes, and if something were to go wrong with that structure, the engineers and architects would be held, they would have immunity from any consequences of that. So now, it'd be nice if interior designers were also a part of this bill. Also, the problem is that this bill is tied directly to the Engineers and Architects Act, which interior designers in the state of Nebraska are not a part of. So, since it's very much tied to that, we can't be a part of this bill. But I think it's important that if it were to pass, that we know about it. So, down the line, maybe that's something we would definitely try to push to be a part of. Next is LB 23, Change in Engineers and Architects Regulation Act. So this is the act that I was talking about previously. So there's a whole lot of wording changes in here, nothing directly tied to how the practice of interior design directly. So, but the problem, or excuse me, one thing is looks like they're changing a lot of language towards licensure along that lines. So it might be important for us to know that in the future if the groundwork is being laid out for something in the future. LB 28, adopt a radon-resistant new construction act. So this this bill proposes that in the year starting in 2018, that any new construction for houses or multifamily houses would have to have radon-resistant construction. So that would mainly be a lot of passive construction with gravel at the foundation and then piping from the below the slab to above the roof line. So, and if need be, having a fan also sucking that air out. So radon is, if you don't know, is a gas that's naturally occurring in the soil and it's everywhere, but in homes and buildings it can become concentrated. And in terms of exposure, length and exposure, it's kind of like cigarette smoke, that the more you're around it and the higher concentrations, the higher the increase of chance of getting lung cancer are. So this will be a possibly very good bill that would be enacted. But but if it does pass in 2018, this would be required. So just something in general, construction-wise, for everyone to know about. LB 34, adopt the Carbon Monoxide Safety Act. So this bill, if it's passed, means that in the year 2017, that all residential structures would have to have carbon monoxide detectors in them, and it'd be very much similar to the way the smoke detector law is currently enforced. So again, carbon monoxide in the state of Nebraska we have a very high number of incidents of carbon monoxide, and a lot of people have died from it. And if this were to be enacted, it would be, again, a good thing for the safety of the public. But as far as interior designers are concerned, just so you know when you're on a project that in the future this might be something you need to make sure is installed in the house. Okay, LB 540, adopt the International Building Code standards. So this calls for adopting the statewide, the 2012 International Building Code and International Residential Code, so the IBC and the IRC. Obviously, this is a big thing. Right now in Omaha, we're following the 2006 building codes. I can't remember what they are in Lincoln right now. Apologize, but that is what it is in Omaha. So if the state adopts these codes, the 2012 codes, then obviously those will supersede any local codes since it's the newest edition. This will obviously this affects everybody and everything as far as building codes go. So if this passes, we will be sure to let you know about it. LB 653 exempts certain purchases of Energy Star qualified products from sales and use taxes. So Energy Star appliances and products, these affects only if the homeowner or the owners themselves purchase the products, not if you as a business purchases the Energy Star products for a client, then that doesn't count as a tax exemption. But if a homeowner purchases it, then they will actually qualify for the sales and use tax exemption. So it's important that if you are doing a project that involves some of these appliances, then maybe you can find a way to help your client save some money. And that is all the bills right now that we are keeping track of. But if any of those pass or get further along, we will let you know and keep everybody updated, and because these will definitely have an impact on the interior design industry here in Nebraska. Thank you for listening.